Hey everybody, it's Travis with J&S. Just wanted to take a little bit of time to let everybody know what's going on with things. There's been a big elephant in the room here with me being part owner of Frostbite, and you seeing a lot of posts through J&S again. So here's what's going on. I am no longer a part of Frostbite. We have parted ways. The bridge has not been burned. We're still friends. Sometimes opportunities come along that we think we want and we don't want to pass up. That was the case when I was contacted by Alex Perrick, and I felt like that's what I wanted to do with J&S, and I figured why not? I've been doing this for a while, and I feel like I've gotten as far as I can go with it being by myself. So having the extra help and the media power that the Alex and Aaron Weeb carry, I figure it would just be sky's the limit with Frostbite. So everything's going really well with Frostbite. You might ask, well, why would you want to not be part of that? And I do have reasons, obviously. Just to get it out of the way, there was no conflict really as far as personal. Just a matter of finding your own happiness within this. I wasn't finding it with Frostbite. I missed the interaction with all the people that I used to have through my business, J&S. I got a lot of value from that and a self-worth from talking to people and having them be a part of my daily life. I put a lot of pressure on myself with Frostbite to produce as many jigs as I could for them, and I never felt like I was making enough. The sales potential was astronomical with Frostbite, but it didn't feel like my thing. It just wasn't making me happy. So it wasn't anything that the guys at Frostbite did to make me feel this way. I just wasn't feeling it, and it isn't my thing. I'm not driven by money, which, I mean, Frostbite's going to be a big company, and it just didn't have that little feel that I missed. I missed dealing with people directly. It was pretty obvious early on to me that it wasn't quite right, and Alex worked with me a lot to try and make it a good fit for me and get me happy about it. And I mean, I'm still excited about what Frostbite's doing. It was definitely not an easy decision to part ways. And we've talked about doing runs for Frostbite still, so maybe you'll see stuff in the future done by me being sold on Frostbite. So now let's talk about J&S. I'm bringing J&S back. It will look a little different though. It's going to be primarily a customs business now. I use business kind of loosely because I don't want it to run my life. I want my family to be first and my friends. I have a full-time job that I need to worry about keeping. So what I've done in the past is I put a lot of pressure on myself, trying to make everybody happy. I had to reevaluate that, and I need to make myself happy for it to show in the jigs and the patterns and what I've been doing. So what's the objective for J&S? First of all, I want to have fun again. And I've already been having fun this week with all the posts I've been doing with the new patterns that I plan on dropping. The interaction, I totally missed the communication with you guys. It's been so much fun. I see why I missed it so much now. And being creative again, and every time I make a pattern, it's up to me how many I'm going to make. I mean, it always was that way with Frostbite, but I'm not going to put pressure on myself to make a couple thousand of, one of the best selling patterns. I'm going to make a few of this pattern, and then I'm going to make a new pattern, and I'm going to start selling that pattern a little bit, and then this one, it's whatever happens this time. It may be frustrating to some of you not being able to get some of the patterns this season, because I'm going to get a very late start, and I do not have much product right now because obviously I was making them for Frostbite. So one of the things when I look back at JNS that I found when I started becoming a little bit unhappy about things that even I was doing as JNS was when I started doing mass-produced stuff like the Demon Tongue spoon, and even the plastics were getting mass-produced. I didn't like dealing with all the problems you have when you get stuff mass-produced. I was getting it out to retail through Your Bobbers Down, and there were a lot of headaches with it, and that part of it wasn't that much fun. I started to do that stuff to hopefully get to a point someday where I could quit my real job and just do this. But what's the point of doing that if it makes you unhappy? So in evaluating what I've done in the past and what I did with Frostbite, I've come to the conclusion that I don't want to mass produce stuff. I want to be creative. I want to keep it fun. I want to do patterns. If I don't make enough money to quit my regular job, so be it. If I can earn a little extra income to make my family's life easier, that's great. But I most of all, I want to keep it fun. Otherwise, it just becomes work, and this isn't really what I want it to be. I want it to be fun, and I want to keep it fun with you guys. So what you could expect to see in the future is you may see some JNS new creations, new type of jig, maybe a new spoon, but I'm not going to do it mass produced. They'll be in small numbers, and I will be the one designing the patterns and painting them myself. It won't be somebody else doing it. That being said, I'd also like to be doing Frostbite custom stuff. I'd like to be doing Euro tackle stuff like Z-Vibers in patterns that I come up with. I plan on doing custom plastics. I will get into that more at a later date once we get it up and going. And yes, I do have a couple people in the background that I'll be working with, and I will probably be bringing them into the spotlight at some point, because they're going to be a very important part to making this an easier process for me, and it will also allow us to do more. Otherwise, it would just not get done, and it wouldn't be part of JNS. So that should cover everything. Frostbite, I'm no longer a part of it, but nothing happened that's dramatic that anybody needs to talk about. We're still friends. I still talk to everybody. JNS will be coming back in December. I will start selling jigs in December. I still don't have a firm date. If you follow the JNS Custom Jigs Facebook page, I post information on there, and that's your best source. Other than that, I'm working on some new jigs, guys, and I'm going to continue to post and have fun with this. I hope you guys enjoy it. Have a good day. Hopefully you find some safe ice. Bye.